whole crew here to help walk us through what happened in this game. We've got Shaquille O'Neal presenting with all of his trophies. Kenny the Jet Smith, who has also won championships, just not able to show us the hardware in this moment. And Isiah Thomas, another Hall of Famer and another champion here with us. Guys, thanks for sticking around. This is going to be very interesting. The first thing I'd like to bring to your attention, this is the largest loss the Miami Heat has suffered since January, when they lost also in the city of Orlando by 20 points. Is anybody surprised that this happened in game one? Kenny, start with you.
I would say I'm surprised at the ease that Lakers had, in the second and third quarters. But, Isiah, myself, and Shaq, we've all seen game one blowouts. When I was a teenager, or even before a teenager, the Boston Massacre, when they blew out the Lakers and all of those kind of things. So you see this in a series. It's just one game. But what I did notice, and Isiah, you could kind of touch on this as well, is that the Heat have to get more athletic. They do look better when Nunn is in the game. They do look better when Olynyk's in the game. I would try, with Jones, who had been a really big contributor to them throughout the regular season, possibly could see some minutes in this game, because they have to get to the shooters in the zone quicker, and they have to get back on defense quicker. So I think they have to get more athletic in game two to make it more, to contest more shots.
Isiah, I'm glad that Kenny brought you up, because actually I wanted to get to you next anyway. You have some experience in the finals with game ones, dealing with lots of injuries to the opponent when you faced the Lakers, and they had two of their significant players, their stars, go down. What is the mindset of the other team? In this case, it was you, the Pistons. Tonight, it was the Lakers. Do you need to step on their necks and finish them off?
That's why it's called a marathon and not a sprint. And Kenny and Shaq, all of us have won championships, and the toll that it takes on your body throughout the year, and then you're going to face injuries, in the finals. And when you have an opponent down, you really have to make sure that you don't let them have any confidence or any belief that they can come back in this series. And when I look at the Lakers right now, the Lakers are bigger, they're faster, and they're stronger. And, Kenny and I, we have Shaq sitting here, one of the most dominant players ever in our league. And, when the player is bigger than you, and he's faster than you, and he's stronger than you, the only thing you can really rely on or depend on is if that player makes a mistake that gives the smaller athlete a chance to win. But if that bigger, faster, stronger player doesn't make a mistake, then that smaller player has no shot. When I look at the Lakers, they are bigger, faster, and stronger, and LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they're not making any mistakes. So consequently, the smaller Miami Heat really didn't have a chance to win tonight.
Shaq, I want to come to you and ask you about Coach Spoelstra, since you did play for him in Miami. When you look back to the series against Boston, when the Heat lost pretty big in Game 3, Spoelstra said afterwards he was glad they had so much time, because he really wanted them to think about the loss. Speak to the mindset of Spoelstra and what they might be thinking after this loss moving forward to Game 2.
Well, it's obvious that the game plan was to crowd LeBron James, double LeBron James, because when you look at the Lakers, and Isiah and Kenny knows this, they have guys that can knock down shots, but they're not a great shooting team. So when you play against a guy like LeBron James, you say, okay, LeBron, get 50, we're going to control the others, or we're going to stop LeBron and beat us from the outside. The Lakers shot the ball very well. Now, the question is, can they shoot like that, a high percentage from three-point land, in 3 more games to win the championship? Only time will tell. Eric Spoelstra, he's the master of making adjustments. They're going to make adjustments. They know they didn't play well. When you're dealing with the Miami Heat culture, Kenny and Isiah also knows this. When you play a bad game, you can't sleep. You listen to all the press. you're looking for more fuel to add to the fire. So they're going to go back to the drawing boards. They're going to have a walkthrough. They're going to watch film. And, Jimmy is not soft. Bam is not soft. If they could, take some anti-inflammatories, if they can come out there and play, they're going to come out there and play. Anthony Davis said it best. We can't have another slow start because the Lakers from the outside, they shot the ball well. They were down. They came back. They really started shooting well. They was able to get the lead and keep the lead. But I agree with Isiah. The Lakers are bigger. They are faster. They are stronger. But I expect the Heat to come out with much more effort. They don't want to hear that, oh, we're injured and, we can't play. They're definitely going to compete. But the question is, and, for everybody out there watching, can the Lakers shoot the ball like that consistently to win a championship? Only time will tell.
Well, you brought up the master of adjustments and head coach Eric Spoelstra for the Miami Heat. Let's listen to what his post-game comments are.
Okay.